Femme Forte, in partnership with Oxfam Uganda, is implementing the Stand Up for SRHR project in Eastern Uganda and West Nile with support from Global Affairs, Canada. The Stand Up for SRHR project is implemented in 7 districts. We have Arua District, Arua City, Nebi, Madiokolo District, Terego District, that is for West Nile. And for Eastern Uganda, we have Namayingo District and Mayuge District.
For the last 3 years, we have realized a lot out of what we are trying to do with the organizations in regards to reproductive health rights. Basically, in the schools where we are implementing, like the secondary schools and the primary, where right now as we talk, there's a lot among the young people, especially the female students, who are giving us positive results. A case in point is like in a secondary school of Erusi SS, where the young girls were able to confirm that ever since our coming in, they're able to learn and know how they can make center reusable pads, which has enabled them to now help themselves at a time when they are experiencing these menses and they feel it is so normal and healthy for them to go through this process and also make these pads for themselves, not like it used to be where it was at a cost.
Implementing quite a number of activities, and right now we are in year 4 of project implementation. And currently we are in West Nile and Eastern Uganda focusing on 3 activities. One of them is linking adolescent girls and young women to SRHR services. And we are also holding discussions with local leaders based on our consultations on sexual gender-based violence that we conducted. We are also having inter-school debate competitions for both the primary schools and the secondary schools where we are working in. The linking of adolescent girls and young women is a very important project because you realize that girls don't have access to services. And we felt that bringing them together and we link them to services directly is a great opportunity for them to be able to access these services. We felt how better can we do this activity to attract the students to be part of the linking, to attract them to come and get the services. What we've done as Femme Forte, we are incorporating sports and SRHR. We are holding a football match for both girls and boys, primary and secondary. So while the football match is ongoing, we know that young people are really excited with music, so we have music playing. We have music playing as the football matches are ongoing, but also the match is ongoing. Young people are really interested in sports, but they're also interested in music. While we do that, there is a specific tent that is where SRHR services are being provided. Please note that these are school-appropriate SRHR services, and this is done by Reproductive Health Uganda. They are giving out services to the young girls and women, but also the boys from the schools. Away from that, we also felt that holding a football match is a great way for us to. Holding a football match is also a great way for us to create more awareness on sexual gender-based violence. And with this, we've already been in touch with the districts, specifically the Office of the District Community Development Officers. We've developed referral pathways for them. We have printed out signposts for them, and we've set up the different signposts at the different sub-counties and the district headquarters. But key to note, as we're engaging with the leaders, we realize that there is a gap in knowledge about the referral pathway. So while the activities are ongoing, we are also having awareness creation on the referral pathway. We have peer educators in schools as one of the key things on the project that have peer educator clubs in schools. And in the peer educator clubs in schools, there's awareness creation that goes on through peer-to-peer approach. The young girls are sharing information with their fellow peers about SRHR.
Actually, this club has impacted so many things in my life. It has made me to be social with others, and it has built confidence in myself. Being a peer educator means to me a lot. One, I have learned how to keep myself safe, and also I've learned how to make pads, these local pads, and I've also learned how to keep myself safe during menstruation periods, and also I've learned how it starts and the end.
Femme Forte has done so many impact into my life and into the life of others. It has been a very important club that we all need to engage to. Femme Forte has gave us a lot of confidence, and it gave us to be assertive of ourselves, being strong, being assertive to who you are. That is one. Two, Femme Forte has really made our life so changed as youth. There were some other difficulties that maybe we were sitting down on, but since Femme Forte came in, it was so easy and it was so brilliant that those problems were solved by the Femme Forte, the peer educators, the change agents, and so many others.
Call me Mungo Felix from Musi Primary School. I am a peer educator, also a debater. We come here for a debate, isn't it? We come here for debate. We want to thank the Femme Forte, which is give us the thing we learn from. Yes, we learn how girls are dropped out of school. Girls are dropped out of school more than boys. If you're not treated equally, it will be difficult to a girl.
I'm so glad to be here with Femme Forte today. See, it is not my first time to meet Femme Forte here. They started in our school. They taught us many things. One is how to visualize your future. As you can see me now here. Many are unable to be in school because of many different things. But they came up and they taught us many things, how to be a strong woman in future and how to improve standard of living.
Young people are able to change their own behavior. Then develop leadership skills. Skills of knowing, leading with others. Skills of making effective discussions.
So while all this is happening, we are working with the peer educators themselves at the pitch to make sure that they are extending they are creating awareness on the referral pathway, and this is helping us to contribute to reduction of SGBV cases that are happening in the district. It's very important for kids in schools to understand the referral pathway, to know where they start from in case there is a rape case that has happened for a colleague, in family, because these cases always find us in our homes with the people we least expect. So what we are doing with that is we are creating awareness, the peer educators are creating awareness to make sure that everyone understands how the referral pathway works. We are hosting inter-school debates for both primary and secondary schools. And the inter-school debates are on SRHR, different SRHR issues. Our motions are around sexual reproductive health and rights. It's an opportunity to give young girls and boys, of course, a chance to understand. It creates deep understanding for sexual reproductive health and rights issues. But also it's giving the peer educators an opportunity to be able to speak out, contributing to the fact that it's building their confidence in a way. They're able to speak out every time issues that affect them on SRHR issues every time issues around SRHR issues are affecting them, they're able to speak out. But also it gives the peer educators an opportunity to meet with their fellow peer educators from the different schools. They're able to interact, they're able to network, they're able to learn from them. They're sharing a lot while they are debating and also trying to raise their voices on SRHR issues, but they're also interacting with their fellow peer educators.
House believes that boys and girls should be treated equally with respect. In my opinion, it is written correctly 100%. For the following reasons: caring for home properties may also be done by both boys and girls, like grazing animals. Girls can also graze animals like boys.
So, in case you have two children, a boy and a girl, if menstruation happens to a girl, different attention shall be given to the girl, such as pants, and others which seem to be extra treatment.
Girls, they don't want to educate, rather they educate their boys
they don't educate girls. If you educate boy alone, that one will bring misunderstanding. Let you educate them, both of them. Inheritance. If my father leave some properties, I can even give another one to my sister. Not I can use them only with myself. Proper marriage. Proper marriage. If wife and the man were all educated, they can manage their families. Unity. If you educate your girl and boys together, unity will be there. They will love themselves.
Thank you very much. Can we clap for these two giant schools? You can stand up and greet each other. It has been a very peaceful exchange of words and ideas. And Ajia and OC Primary, this is Nebi and the Arua district. You've really done well to represent your districts. DJ, I will request you to give us some music as the judges go back to the rooms where they will bring justice to this space here. Let's give them some 2 minutes.
Sport has been in our school, and we have 12 peer educators, and we brought them for a debate. In the compound here, we are not the only school. We have Ajia Primary, we have Opia Primary, we have Osia from Nebi. And then debate had picked up and it went on well. That was, we competed with the Ajia Primary because the schools were divided into 2 groups. And then from what I have seen, the debate went on very well, and these children have seen that they are trying to learn skills of speaking in future, and some of them I think are going to be leaders, as I have seen. So our topic for this debate, I think, was this house believes that boys and girls should be given equal rights with respect. And my school was proposing. So as we started, I think there were 3 participants from each school trying to participate, and they spoke very well. I could not say that my school was winner or Ajia. I cannot say that, but according to me, both of them won from their speeches. So I'm very happy for that. For Femme Forte, I think if this opportunity could come again, it will build the capability in these children in speaking.
I want to first of all to thank the Femme Forte for having chosen our school to be one of the beneficiaries among those schools in West Nile. Has helped our school by training our learners on how they can communicate with their fellow peer members. And also they have even helped the school to unite the learners on how they can help their fellow colleagues, on how to help them whenever they are going against what they are supposed to do. And also, in some extent, they are even tried to help the learners to remain in the school because of some of the advice they were giving to their colleagues.
Our winner for our today's debate is none other than Ajia Primary School. Yes, come for your trophies. Come for your trophies. Ajia. Yes, yes, Ajia, come for your trophy.
The activities brought by the officials from the Femme Forte, from the nation, has really changed us so greatly. For example, they taught our young children about the changes of their bodies. And today, it was a debating tournament which took place among the schools in West Nile, where our school, Ajia Primary School, was the winner. And parents, teachers, and the community around, even the learners themselves, were so happy. They received a trophy, a wonderful trophy, which was brought in our school. And for that, I thank the Femme Forte members or the officials so much that let the activities be brought in our school more and more.
So much want to appreciate Femme Forte and Oxfam for choosing and bringing this project in these districts of West Nile. I believe, as seen from yesterday, I am so proud that the schools where we went, where children were unable to express themselves, like Ajia Primary was able to win the debate competition. It really surprises me. But I believe this is one sign that this project has had an impact. And the games today, with the services provided, informs us more and the community more about this project. I know as a consortium members, sometimes when we work in isolation, we might not be known much. However, if we do like what we are doing today with reproductive health, as a consortium member, I believe the world will understand why this project is very important.
As I conclude, I just want to encourage the parents out there. I mentioned earlier that we are doing awareness creation in schools through our peer educators in Namayengo district and in Eastern Uganda and West Nile. Eastern Uganda, we are working on the islands in Namayengo district. But most of the times you find that young people, we give the young people the knowledge, they're able to understand, they're able to share with their fellow peers. However, we have a backlash from the parents. When the kids go back home, the very parents are the ones who are sending them into child and forced marriages because they're looking at the short-term benefits that are coming from the people from the older men who are claiming they want to marry these young girls. So that is a big backlash for the project, and I want to call out all the parents out there in the communities where we are working to support the young girls to keep in school, because the project's major objective at the end of it all, away from increasing enjoyment of SRHR, is to make sure that young girls keep in school, and also the boys, they keep in school, they're able to complete their education.